Today you have to make a promise. I want you to promise yourself that you will keep all the promises that you make to yourself, including this one. You see, when we start to learn something new or do something new, we create a plan at the very beginning and we promise ourselves that we will follow the plan accordingly. But after a few days, even after a few hours, we forget all the promises that we made. In order to succeed, you have to make promises and you have to keep them. Today I am talking about how to speak in English fluently. Well, what is fluency? Some people may think that fluency means how rapidly you can speak. Well, it's not about speed. Fluency refers to the ability to convey your message clearly. If you can deliver your message clearly to your listener, you are fluent. And I will help you today to build a habit that will help you to speak in English fluently. And you have to promise that you will make this promise and you will keep this promise. In order to speak English fluently, first of all, what you have to do is remove all the grammatical knowledges, all the grammatical rules and regulations that you have learned so far. Take a toddler, for example, 2 or 3 years old kid who is learning to speak for the very first time. Have you seen any kid to follow any grammatical rules? I don't think so. So how do they speak? Well, they learn from their surroundings. They observe and they listen to other people and then they apply. And you have to do the same thing. And that leads me to our main topic. To speak in English properly, you have to surround yourself, you have to submerge yourself with English. And how to do that? It is very simple. From today on, you have to promise that you will start thinking in English. Usually what we do is we think in our native language. You are hungry, you want some food, and you think this in your native language, for example in Bengali. But if you can think in English, you can speak in English. Well, let me explain. When we try to speak in English, since our native language is not English, we start fumbling. Why? Because there's a translator going on in our hand. We think in our native language and then translate it into English and then deliver it, which is a long process. Thus, we start fumbling. To remove the fumbling, we have to remove the translator. And the only way we can do that is we have to stop thinking in our native language. Everything that you do in your daily life, you have to think it in English. If you cannot make a sentence, just think those objects in English. For example, you have seen a tree. You have to think it in English that it's a tree. You are watching a car, you have to think it in English. You are eating, you are hungry, everything. You need a pen, you are going to the bathroom, except for the bathroom, leave it because it's an emergency condition. By the time you translate, I am going to the bathroom, something can happen. Okay, anyway, so you have to think in English. It's a very simple change, but if you can get hold of this habit, you will see improvement for sure. And another thing, when we are speaking in English, we are scared of making mistakes. This is really horrible. Do not be afraid of the mistakes because we learn from our mistakes. For example, somewhere in this video, maybe I made a mistake, which I'm not aware of. Somebody may point it out. And from that, I will learn. So you cannot avoid the criticism. But what you can do is take the criticism positively and learn from it. And if you can learn from your mistake, what's wrong with it? Make mistakes, but do not stop speaking in English. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like the one you just saw. Good luck, have a nice one.